Welcome back friends. In last video we have already discussed what is cultivation, its advantages and disadvantages. In this video we are going to discuss about methods of cultivation. So what are the learning outcomes? Learner will be able to learn sexual method of cultivation, a sexual method of cultivation, their advantages and disadvantages. So let us see methods of cultivation. Medicinal plants can be cultivated by two methods. These methods are also applicable to non-medicinal plants. So these methods are, that is, sexual method of cultivation and asexual method of cultivation. So let us see first sexual method. In this method, the plants are raised from seeds. As seeds are produced after fertilization of the ovule, as sexual method is involved in the production of the seeds, so if the plant are raised by using seeds, the method of cultivation is called as sexual method of cultivation or seed propagation. Plants which are grown by using seeds are called as seedlings. Seeds are sown in the fields by various methods like broadcasting, dribbling, or placing them in drills or holes. The seed must be of good quality, capable of high germination rate, and should be free from diseases. The seeds are sometimes preconditioned with the help of scarification to make them permeable to water and gases. Means some scratches are made onto the seeds so that they can easily absorb the water and gases from the soil. So it helps in the germination of the seeds. If the seeds are not being to be germinated in near future, they should be stored in cool and dry place to maintain their germinating power. The long storage of seeds should be avoided because the seeds loses the germination power. Before germination, sometimes a chemical treatment is being given with the stimulants like gibberellin, cytokinin, ethylene, thiourea, potassium nitrate or sodium hypochlorite to induce the germination. Gibberellic acid promotes germination of some type of dormant seed and stimulates the seedling growth. So all these chemical treatment are being given to enhance the germination of the seeds. What are the advantages of sexual method? Seedlings are comparatively much cheaper and easy to raise. Then seedlings are long-lived and bear more heavy fruits. Plants often are more sturdy. In those plants where other methods of cultivation cannot be utilized, seed propagation becomes the only method of choice. And last advantage is there are chances of production of some chance seedlings. Means when we grow 100 or number of plants by using seeds, some plants or some seedlings amongst them shows the better characteristics than others, and such seedlings are called as chance seedlings. Means they are the plant having better characteristics within the same species. So some new variety or new species can be developed by using seeds. What are the disadvantages of sexual method? Generally, seedling trees are not uniform in their growth and yielding capacity as compared to grafted trees. Means whenever we grow the plant by using seeds, each and every plant grown by using seeds shows difference in the growth and yielding capacity. So there is no uniformity between the plants. So that is the major disadvantage. Second is they require more time to bear as compared to grafted plant. So this is in relation to the fruits. They require more time to bear the fruits. The cost of harvesting, that is spraying of pesticides, is being more compared to grafted trees. It is not possible to take the advantages of rootstocks on scion as in case of vegetatively propagated trees. So we cannot take the advantages of asexual method. Then second method is asexual method. In this method, any vegetative part of the plant like root or stem is provided such an environment that it develops into a new plant. Means vegetative part of the plant is being taken and it is being given an environment so that it develops into the similar and new plant. So there are number of vegetative parts of the plants apart from the seeds. They are used for the propagation. If these vegetative parts are used, the method of cultivation is called as asexual method of cultivation or vegetative propagation. The environment is provided by setting various parts of the plant in well prepared soil. So there are three types of asexual method of vegetative propagation. First is the natural method of vegetative propagation, second is the artificial method of vegetative propagation, and third is the aseptic method of micropropagation or tissue culture. So first is the natural method of vegetative propagation. There are a number of vegetative parts of the plant when they have been given the suitable environment, they grows into the new and similar plant. So there are a number of plant parts, that is bulbs, example is the squash garlic, then corms, that is example is the colchicum, tubers, that is example is the potato aconite, rhizome, example is the ginger, turmeric, runners, peppermint is the example, suckers, banana, offset, aloe is the example, forstolon, licorice is the example. So there are a number of plant parts. All these are the modified stems, and all they have the buds as in their tissue. So when they are planted into the suitable environment, they grows into the similar plant part. So these are the various vegetative parts, and if they are directly planted into the soil and grown, the method is called as natural method of vegetative propagation. Second is the artificial method of vegetative propagation. The method by which plantlets or seedlings are produced from vegetative part of the plant by using some technique or process is known as artificial method of vegetative propagation. Means how we can differentiate these two methods, that is natural method of vegetative propagation and artificial method of vegetative propagation. In case of natural method of vegetative propagation, the vegetative parts of the plant are directly given an environment and they naturally develops into the similar and new plant. In case of artificial method of vegetative propagation, the plant vegetative parts of the plants are being taken and they are being treated with some techniques or process, and when the vegetative parts of the plant are combined with some technique, the method is called as artificial method of vegetative propagation. There are three types of artificial methods of vegetative propagation. First is the cuttings. You can see in the image how this cutting method has been performed. A clear cut is been made, preferably below the node, and the lower leaves are being removed, and this upper portion is then been transferred to a suitable medium and developed into the new plant. Means the upper portion of the stem is been cut and it is been transferred to the soil and given the suitable environment, and it develops into the new plant. It can be performed for stem as well as root. So first half of the image shows how it is been done for stem cutting, and other half portion shows the basic root cutting technique. Then second method in this is the layering. A layer is a branch or shoot which is induced to develop roots before it is completely cut from the parent plant. That example is the cascara. So you can see in the image the layer or shoot, it is being kept in the soil, and it has been covered with the soil, and it is being provided with the nutrients and water, and when it develops the root and the parent branch is being cut from the new plant. So this is called as the layering. The diagram shows how layering is being done. So this is the layering, that is a branch or shoot is been induced to develop roots before it is completely cut from the parent plant. So that is the layering. Then third in this is the grafting and budding. Grafting is a process in which two cut surfaces of different but closely related plants are placed so as to unite and grow together. You can see in the image there are two plants which are grown together. The rooted portion is called as stalk, and the cut off portion or the portion which is in place on the stalk is called as the scion or graft. So these two plants are closely related species and they are being allowed to grow together, and the method is called as the grafting. Another method is the budding. It consists of introduction of a piece of a bark bearing a bud into a suitable cavity or T-shaped slit made in the bark of the stalk. You can see in the image how the budding is been done. A T-shaped cut is been made in the parent plant or stalk, and in that T-shaped slit, a portion of another plant bark having a bud is been placed, and it has been tied with the help of some wax and cloth, and once it is been developed, it gets fixed into the T-shaped slit. So that is the grafting and budding. So these are the three methods of artificial method of vegetative propagation, that is cutting, layering, and third one is the grafting and budding. The third method of asexual method is the aseptic method of micropropagation, or it is called as tissue culture. So in this method, it is the in vitro cultivation of plants, tissues, organs, or whole plant under aseptic conditions by using various plant tissue culture media. So explants are being taken and the plants are being cultured in the laboratory. So that is the aseptic method of micropropagation, or it is also called as the plant tissue culture. So what are the advantages of asexual method of cultivation? There is no variation between the plant grown and plant from which it is grown. As such, the plants are uniform in their growth and yielding capacity. So it has been beneficial in case of fruit bearing plants. So there will be uniformity in the fruits and quality of the fruits and other plant material. The quality will be uniform so that it is been easy for marketing. So this is the major advantage of asexual method. Second advantage is seedless varieties of the fruits can be developed by this method only. Examples are grapes, pomegranates, then lemon. All these are being developed by using the asexual method. Then third is the plant starts bearing early as compared to seedling trees. In case of seedling trees, the number of fruits are being more, but it takes time to develop the fruits. In case of asexual method, the plant starts bearing early fruits. Then budding or grafting encourages disease resistance varieties of the plant. As the two different plants are being grown together, generally it increases the resistance against the diseases. Then modifying influence of rootstocks on scion can be taken. So the two advantages of two species can be taken and grown together. Then inferior or unsuitable varieties can be overlooked. Means those varieties which are having inferior quality or which are unsuitable, they can be overlooked and rejected, and only those are having better characteristics can be selected and cultivated. Then what are the disadvantages? In comparison to seedling trees, these are not vigorous in growth and are not long-lived. So that is the first disadvantage. Then and another is that no new varieties can be evolved by this method because the plant part used for the cultivation or from which plant it is being grown, it grows into the similar looking plant. So no new varieties can be developed by this method, and in case of seedling trees, we can have the chance seedling. So these are the disadvantages of asexual method of cultivation. So that is the methods of cultivation, that is sexual method of cultivation, asexual method of cultivation, and their advantages and disadvantages. And in next video we will see about the processes done after the cultivation, that is collection, drying, garbling, then storage and packaging. All these are after processing of crude drugs after cultivation. So we will look in these methods in next video. Okay, so thank you.